1 to 17. Matthew gave Jesus lineage through his legal father, Joseph. Verse 16. Thus this genealogy traced Jesus right to the throne of David, which must come through Solomon and his descendants. Verse 6. Of particular interest is the inclusion of Jeconiah, 11, of whom Jeremiah said, "Record this man as if childless." 22:30. Jeremiah's prophecy related to the actual occupation of the throne and the reception of blessing while on the throne. Though Jeconiah's sons never occupied the throne, the line of rulership did pass through them. If Jesus had been a physical descendant of Jeconiah, he would not have been able to occupy David's throne. Luke's genealogy made it clear that Jesus was a physical descendant of David through another son named Nathan, Luke 3:31. But Joseph, a descendant of Solomon, was Jesus' legal father, so Jesus' right to the throne was traced through Joseph. Matthew traced Joseph's line from Jeconiah through the latter's son Shealtiel and grandson Zerubbabel. Matthew, 1:12 Luke 3:27, also refers to Shealtiel, the father of Zerubbabel, in Mary's line. Does Luke's account, then, mean that Jesus was a physical descendant of Jeconiah, after all? No, because Luke's Shealtiel and Zerubbabel were probably different persons from those two in Matthew. In Luke, Shealtiel was the son of Neri, but Matthew's Shealtiel was the son of Jeconiah. Another interesting fact about Matthew's genealogy is the inclusion of 418 Old Testament women: Tamar, Matthew, 1-3, Rahab, v. 5, Ruth, vi. 5, and Solomon's mother, v. 6, Bathsheba. All of these women, as well as most of the men, were questionable in some way. Tamar and Rahab were prostitutes, Genesis 38:24, Josh 2-1. Ruth was a foreigner, a Moabitess, Ruth 1:4, and Bathsheba committed adultery, 2 Samuel 11:2-5. Matthew may have included these women in order to emphasize that God's choices in dealing with people are all of his grace. Perhaps also he included these women in order to put Jewish pride in its place. When the fifth woman, Mary, Matthew 1:16, was mentioned in the genealogy, an important change occurred. The genealogy consistently repeated the father of until it came to Mary. At that point, Matthew changed and said, "Of whom was born Jesus?" The "of whom" is a feminine relative pronoun, ex chias, clearly indicating that Jesus was the physical child of Mary, but that Joseph was not his physical father. This miraculous conception and birth are explained in 1:18-25. Matthew obviously did not list every individual in the genealogy between Abraham and David, between David and the exile, verses 6-11, and between the exile and Jesus, w. 12-16. Instead, he listed only 14 generations in each of these time periods. Jewish reckoning did not require every name in order to satisfy a genealogy. But why did Matthew select 14 names in each period? Perhaps the best solution is I had the name David, in Hebrew numerology, added up to 14. It should be noted that in the period from the exile to the birth of Jesus, Nebuchadnezzar years 12-16, 13 new names appeared. Many scholars feel that Jeconiah, barn 12, though repeated from verse 11, provides the 14th name in this final period. Matthew's genealogy answered the important question a Jew would rightfully ask about anyone who claimed to be king of the Jews. Is he a descendant of David through the rightful line of succession? Matthew answered yes.